would like a little Samoan boy who's 14, but he looks 48 because he's a brick shithouse. And that's going to be his nickname, Brick Shithouse. I want a little Irish girl, mop top, fair skin, with an eye patch from a birth defect. But we treat her like everybody else except when we're playing wiffle ball. Ha, Daddy! I think that the most beautiful babies on earth, the most beautiful infants, maybe human beings, whenever I see an African-American baby boy, I don't think there's any more just handsome infant on the planet. I know that someday I would like to be the proud father of a beautiful black baby boy. And I would keep him till he's around 11, because that's when they start to get scary. I'm not racist. I've got a black president. In order to have these things, in order to have a great family, you gotta have the right woman. I've had some great women in my life. There's some unbelievable high caliber women out there in the world, and I know that when you're finally with somebody, you know, it feels right. I also know that girls, you're strange creatures. Okay. I learn new things every day. I thought this was an urban myth. I didn't know this was actually true. If a bunch of strange women start a job together, they don't know each other, right? Your vaginas will sync up like wireless routers. It's like beep, 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 beep. Hey, you want to bleed on the same day? Beep, 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 beep. What do you think, the 11th? Let's all bleed on the 11th. Beep, 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 beep. Weird. I don't get it. That's like salmon swimming upstream to die, universal shit. I don't get it. And guys don't have anything like that. What if I got an erection right now and every guy got an erection just because I did? Can you imagine that? Looks like fucking Stonehenge of cocks in here. I also know about the little challenge game. I know about the little challenge game with women. Is this your girlfriend right here? Do you know about the challenge game? This your girl? This is your wife? And how long have you two been about to break up? Let's go, snap to it. How long have you guys been together? Yeah. Okay, so you know about the challenge game, or do you not know about the challenge game? Yeah. You don't know? Well, listen to this shit. I'm about to blow your mind. Because once you hear this, okay, once you hear what I'm about to unleash, then it's going to all make sense, okay? Several times throughout the day, every day, your girl will play this little game. It's almost a choose-your-own-adventure game that girls play. It's a question, and then there's answer A, and there's answer B, and they're both fucking wrong. How do you identify? You're saying, Dane, how do I know it's coming? The first half of the first sentence is always exactly the same. Your girl's gonna come up, whatever it is you're doing, and she's gonna go, what would you do if... followed by a mumbo-jumbo that you better be ready to dance with, okay? One time my girl was making a big turkey dinner with all the fixins, and she just came up to me and she goes, what would you do if I took all the food I just cooked and I threw it away? I was like, first of all, don't do that. Like, maybe you should get the fuck out of the kitchen if you're even considering that right now. If you do that, I'm going to walk to Subway, but I'm going to be ruminating about what a bitch you are for throwing away all the fucking fresh food. Throwing away all the food, baby? No. You want to throw away the green beans? I don't give a shit. I don't like the green beans anyway. One day she's driving the car, and I'm sitting with her, and apparently we're low on gasoline, and she goes, what would you do if I didn't tell you we were about to run out of gas, and I just let us run out of gas? You're asking me what would I do if you knowingly let us run out of gasoline? I would call you a fucking asshole to your face. That's a horrible thing to do. This is a dangerous road to be letting us run out of gas. Don't do that. Hey, don't do that. I took her to a football game, and we're standing in line. We're waiting to be scanned to go into the stadium, and she's holding the tickets. Because two things I know about girls. You love to hold the tickets, and you don't want a table. You want a fucking booth, and you'll wait. She got the tickets. She just turns back to me and goes, what would you do if I took your ticket and my ticket, and after they scanned me, I went in, and I didn't come back for you? I don't know, maybe backtrack this entire relationship, try to find my ex and work things out. That's just off the top. How's that grab you? Line's moving. Line's moving. It's unfair because girls, you don't like when we play the game. That's what sucks about it. When we try to play the game, you think it's really just out of control, right? When my girl took me to a big family reunion and I walked up to her, I go, what would you do if I came out of your mother's bedroom covered in blood going, we gotta get out of here? That's not funny, Dane. I know it's not funny. I'm covered in your mom's blood. We gotta go. So it's funny, I say, come here, you gotta see what I did to your mom. Trust me, this is gonna work out. Come here. The more I realized and started hearing this, I realized that my own hypothesis went further, and it's not just women. Guys, we actually play this game with each other, but it's so salacious. It's a far more sinister game. One time I was driving, me and my buddy Bobby, we're at a red light, and we casually look over, there's a daycare, and Bobby turns to me and goes, dude, what would you do if when we looked in the window of that daycare, there was a teacher blowing a little boy who was crying? Would we drive away or go in and kick his ass? I was like, well, we would definitely go in and kick his ass. He goes, all right, dude, check it out. After we saw the teacher blowing the little boy who was weeping, what if you looked down and I had an erection? I would deal with that later. Can you not add a Third Amendment to this horrific Dateline episode? This is... But I have had the great women in my life. I will tell you that sometimes I've realized that you have a moment in a relationship where you realize, you know what, I think this is going to go the distance, you know? You kind of know. There's something, you know, somebody comes through for you. And then there's also those moments where one sentence can change the perspective and sending it spiraling out of control. You know, I was in that situation as well. I was with an amazing woman, beautiful African-American woman. We dated for 4 months. And it was great, just even those 4 months. We didn't have sex on purpose. We really wanted to get to know each other and just kind of, you know, commiserate and talk. And I remember the moment she called me at 11:47 a.m. on a Wednesday afternoon. That's when I picked up the phone. She goes, I want to make love to you tonight. And I was like, yes. I lit a whole bunch of candles. I made a Sade Mega Mix with Jay-Z. It's a mashup. Sweet as motherfucking Taboo. She finally arrives. I open up the front door. She looks amazing. We start to make out right there. We're just giggling, and we start right away kind of taking off each other's clothing, and it's getting really frisky. We're falling all over each other. Then we start going up the stairs to my bedroom, and, you know, we're kicking off shoes and pulling off her dress, and then we're in my room, and now we're completely naked, and I lay her body down, and she comes up on her elbows, and she kisses me right here on the forehead, and it was sensual and amazing, and I caressed her cheek, and she got very coy, you know. She got shy, and then she rolled on top of me and put my big fat cock in her. And no, I want you to know everything. I want you to know everything. And then as she slowly started to ride me, the sunlight was just beaming off her gorgeous flesh. And that's when she looked at me and she said, fuck me, you white piece of shit. I was like, I guess you can say that because we have a vice president? I don't fucking, is that... Who's white? I don't know. 2 women before her, same situation, you guys. Just incredible women, empowered, very, you know, high caliber, forward-thinking women. But none of those relationships, you know, went the distance. So I finally was like, you know what? Maybe I need to open up the Dane schematics, go inside and tinker around, figure out what I'm not doing right to get this thing to launch. You know, so. Just to kind of test myself, maybe even rattle my own cage, I thought for this next relationship, instead of trying to find one of these really incredible, well-rounded women, I want to date like a whore, you know? Just to, you know, throw myself off. Just a real, I don't care if this girl's vagina looks like elephant ears, because she's been smashed by so many football teams and astronaut leagues. Yeah. I know what you're saying, Dane, why after these amazing women do you want a girl like that? Well, because you can't enjoy a sunny day without some rainy days. I found this woman. I found a real dirty kind of chick, you know, right in here in LA. Who would have thunk? You're saying, Dane, how dirty? I'll tell you this, her crabs had herpes. That's how dirty. Her crabs had a Valtrex prescription at the pharmacy under the name Seahorse, I think. Yeah, no, this girl, I'm telling you, she was actually, it was a little bit over the top. She was one of those girls, I didn't like it when she would come over to my place unannounced, you know what I mean? Because sometimes she'd just jump in my bed, and she was a dirty bird, you know, it's like, you know, and I've got a pretty nice thread count, you know, because I'm doing okay on the sheets there, you know, if I know she's coming over, I'll lay the 3 POs down there, you know. take the pillows off, put a roll of paper towel